Hey ladies and gents, and welcome back. So today we're going to be working on a pair of Wolverine 1,000 mile boots. Now this isn't just your ordinary 1,000 mile boot. This is a shell cordovan pair that has a few extra bells and whistles on it, and I will talk a little bit more about that later on. But as you can see from this pair of boots, they're in overall good shape, but they just need to be cleaned up, resoled. The stitches are popping out up near the toe, so we're going to completely redo all of that. New welts, everything. The soles, we have something pretty cool in store, so you definitely want to stick around and check that out. But also, we're going to do things a little bit different in this video. So at the very end of the video, when you see how the boots look, don't leave after that, because we are going to mail these boots back, and the gentleman that owns these is going to open up the box and, give us his reaction. So definitely stick around to the very end of the video to check that out as well. Okay, without further ado, let's get out to the shop and take care of this pair of boots. Okay guys, as I said, these are shell cordovan 1,000 mile boots. I've never seen shell cordovan 1,000 miles. I own a pair myself, but mine are not shell cordovan, and there's some pretty interesting things that I want to show you that make these a little bit different. So this is a pair of just regular 1,000 mile boots that we just resold, and as you can see, this is a 3/4 welt. So the welt starts here and then goes around the other side but in the same place. It does not go all the way around the boot. On this shell cordovan pair, it's actually a 360 welt, so it goes all the way around the boot. I really love 360 degree boots, and that's just apparently, that's just one added addition that they put on to their shell cordovan. And a couple of other things I noticed is just the additional stitching here. This little design is different than their regular 1,000 mile boot. And also this is a cap toe. As you can see on their other one, it's just, doesn't have any decor, nothing different on the toe. This one is a cap toe, which is pretty cool. And the last thing that I really love about this pair, and it's just this pair in particular, I don't think it has anything to do with it being the shell cordovan, but every now and then you'll luck out and get part of a stamp from a hide, and this is from Wolverine, and I just love the fact that when I look on the tongue, it has part of the Wolverine stamp from that hide, and that's just really cool. I really like when manufacturers, or tanneries should I say, will leave those stamps on there, and you incorporate that as part of the shoe. Pretty cool. Now as you can see, the stitches popped from this sole, and you'll see that every now and then, and what that basically is the manufacturer did not use enough glue when they adhere that sole onto the welt, and what happens is the customers will just wear through that stitch, and as soon as they do, it just causes the sole to pop off. And I hate when they don't do that. There's such a thing as over gluing the sole, but then there's also a thing of not putting enough glue. So, and that kind of drives me nuts every now and then when I get shoes in or boots and I see that. All right, we're taking all of the cork out of here because he wants to replace the welts and go with a different look. So we got to get all of this stuff out of here.
So Wolverine normally has a pretty wide stitch width, and so we're gonna actually bump those in. It lasts longer, and personally I just think it looks better.
Okay guys, so these boots are almost complete. Now the last thing we're going to do is just take care of the shell cordovan uppers. They do have some white residue on there, and we do get this question a lot. Hey, what is this white stuff on my shell cordovan shoe? So let me show you, and I will also show you what you need to do to take care of your shell cordovan uppers. Okay, so as you can see on both of these boots, it's pretty bad. Now there's nothing wrong with this shell. All this really is it's just fats, oils, and other residues that are compressed into this membrane when it's at the factory, and it starts, you know, as you wear them, it can start pushing some of that residue back up to the top of the leather. And that's really all it is. So it's really simple to take care of. What you're going to do is just take a damp rag, not wet, just damp, and you're just going to start rubbing that on top of the shell, and as you can see, it'll start taking that off. It's really simple, nothing to worry about. The longer you wear your shell, it tends to decrease with the longevity of the wear of the boot or the wear of the shoe. So again, nothing to panic over. Okay, so I've wiped most of the residue off. Now the only other thing you really have to do with shell cordovan is brush it a lot. So when we say brush it a lot, I mean brush it, and brush it some more. It's a pretty easy, leather to take care of, and the more you brush it, the more that shine's going to come out. So let's get to brushing these, and then after that, I'm going to apply some shell cordovan cream. Now you have to be careful on what products you are putting onto your shell cordovan. This one is made by Saphir specifically for shell cordovan leather. So I'm going to put that on there, buff it out, and then that'll just about be it, and then we'll show you the final product. Okay guys, we're back. We have resoled this pair of boots, and as you can see from the before and after pictures, they just need to be cleaned up a little bit. Resoled, the shell cordovan uppers had a lot of the white residue that you can sometimes will pop up to the surface of shell cordovan. We had to clean that up, and we just went for a completely different look on the sole and the heel than the ordinary 1,000-mile boot. The original one came with just leather soles, rubber heel pads, and we got rid of all that. We put on JR leather soles. We added a little bit of artistic design on there. I wanted the design of that I sprayed on to the leather sole to kind of replicate the side of the boot along the shaft that I had mentioned earlier on. It kind of had that little little bow design on the side of it, and that's what gave me the inspiration to kind of do that on the sole. We put on different welts. He wanted to get rid of the original dark colored welt and go with a natural look, and that's what we did. Along the edges of the sole, along the edges of the heel block, we went natural as well. And then on top of that, Like I said, we just clean that shell cordovan up. Like I mentioned earlier, if you guys own shell cordovan shoes or boots out there and you get that white residue showing up, again, don't worry about it. You just want to brush, because a horsehair brush is a shell cordovan shoe's best friend. And the more you brush on those things, the shinier they're going to get, and it's going to push a lot of that oil and residue back down into leather and get rid of it. So, again, don't worry about it. Okay, also, before you leave, again, I promised you guys at the very beginning of the video that you would get the reaction of the customer that owns those. But before I show you that part, do me a big favor, go down below, hit that subscribe button, give us a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. It helps the video grow in popularity and pushes it out to a lot more people, and that's how our channel grows. So go ahead, hit us thumbs up. Thank you, I really appreciate it. Okay guys, now is the time that you've been waiting for, so let's send it over to the gentleman that owns these shoes, Mr. Kennard.
Hi guys, my name is Kennard, and I asked Potter & Sons to recraft my Wolverine 1000 mile shell cordovan boot. And guess what? They have arrived, special delivery, and we're gonna unbox these and get inside and see what we got. I'm really excited about this because I've been away from my boot for longer than I want to be. And let's just get inside here and see what we got. I love the way they cared for them with all the packing. Oh my gosh, I have a card from Potter & Sons. It says, note from the cobbler. Kennard, thank you for sending us your 1,000 miles. We hope you're pleased with the outcome. It was fun working on them. Please let us know if we can help again. Thanks, Trent and Heath. Guys, this is a great touch. I appreciate it. So let's get inside the box. They're packed carefully. Oh my gosh, here they are. Can you tell I'm excited? And for the unveiling. Oh my gosh. Look at that JR Redenbach sole. I am so excited. Let's get into the left shoe. Okay, so guys, I requested the JR Redenbach sole, which is amazing. Most of you probably know about the Redenbach sole. It's been around for about 150 years, and the tannery takes this product and dips the leathers in this kind of pit dyeing process that takes about 12 months to produce. They use oak trees, spruce, mimosa, roots, and bark, and mix the leathers, dip it, dry it, and a year later it's ready, and it creates these awesome soft brown tones. I love the look, the functionality, and durability of this JR sole, but more importantly, can you see the stitching that Trent and Heath produced here as they recrafted this shoe, and the brass tacks in the heel? The high quality rubber striker, I don't know if you could see the thickness of that in the sole. It is amazing. I also chose to go with a customized buff welt that I love. And then at Trent's recommendation, I did a black thread in the welt line. I hope you can see that. These are amazing. I can't wait to get them on my feet. Again, look at that JR sole. This is great. Listen, Trent and Heath, y'all are just exceptional at what you do. You're creative, you're craftsmen, and you're spot on. Thank you, Potter & Sons. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm happy to know that Mr. Kennard enjoyed the boots, that he liked how they turned out. Again, a big thank you to him for sending his boots in to us. That always means a lot. We enjoy resoling the shoes that you guys send in to us. And, again, if you're interested in sending us your shoes, if you're interested in any shoe care products or leather goods or whatever it may be,
check us out at potterandsons.com. That is where you guys need to be going. If you have any questions, if you want to email us, if you have, if you want to know about products or whatever, it is all on potterandsons.com. That's where you can find everything. So definitely check it out. Thanks so much for watching, y'all. And until next time, y'all have a good one.